Hello, Donna here. Welcome to my live chats. If you've been watching my videos, you might notice that I talk a lot about tension and unconscious contractions. There's three things I want to mention in this video. The first is not to fight tension with tension. So not to tense up the moment that we realize that we're tense. Not to see it as something bad. Tension is a good thing. It means energy is coming in our bodies. It means we are alive. It means that we have energy. It's just that these energies don't pass through, don't flow. They kind of staying in one area for whatever reason that may be. So I wouldn't fight tension. The second thing is sometimes when we become aware of it, it feels uncomfortable and we want to run away from it, or as I mentioned in the videos, we want to do something about them, calm them, so we let the energy flow rather than stay stuck in one area. Sometimes that itself, the willingness of wanting to release it, actually makes it worse. So what is possible to do sometimes is to even ever so subtly adding to that tension. So if you feel your shoulders are kind of feeling tight or your jaws are feeling tight, and there's no way that by saying to it relax, that it will relax. Instead of attempting to relax it, you actually tense it a little bit more for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then you release it, and then you let it go. So two attitudes, and really it boils down to becoming aware of it in the first place, really. So there's a few points that I have been thinking about, talking about, and I called them the 5 T's initially. Then I realized there are actually more than 5 T's. There's 7 T's, and then there was more. So I'm going to give you the first 5 that came to me first, and then I might add the other 2. These are tension points that occur during the day as because we are natural, normal human beings, in the same way that food that we eat turns into something else and then we have to release it. Tension is also something when we consume whatever it is that we consume in terms of energy and in our life. We consume information, it can turn into something like tension that then we can release. So there's nothing abnormal. It doesn't indicate anything negative about you and me when we tense up. That's the first thing. I really need to insist on that, because it's so easy that when we talk about it, we get caught up in the fact that it's something bad. It isn't. The points that I like to mention that is good to become aware of. The first one is the very top of our head. The top of the head. As I massage people, I massage my own head, I just notice just how much tension can get stuck. It's as if the whole of the body and the fascia can kind of do that here, and we hold ourselves tight here. Is to notice that and seeing if there is any tension. The second T is the tongue. The tongue itself is a big, huge, strong muscle that connects all the way to the throat. And when it tenses, it stops the breath from flowing freely. And it's very much also connected to the jaws. So when you relax the tongue, naturally the jaw also relaxes, but that jaw is not a T, so don't worry about the jaw. The top of the head and the tongue. Tongue is the second T. The third T that came to my awareness was the tummy. So the entire tummy the entire abdominal area, so the whole thing between the rib cage and the pelvis, and you can even go as far as the back. But when you think of tummy, think of the sides as well as the center, because often when we say tummy, we just think the front, but think also of the waist around here, and notice if there is any tension there. The fourth T is your tail. Yes, we have a tail. It's a small tail, but it's there at the bottom of our spine, all the way down. If you touch your back, lower down, the lower back, if you go all the way down the spine, you will find the tail, the tip of the tail. Oftentimes we can have muscles around it that can kind of close it. So we're looking for a tail that is free of any holding. So that's your fourth, I think that's the fourth T. And the fifth T is the toes. So you want to become conscious of the toes. What are they doing? Are they kind of gripping like this, or are they slightly softer? So these are the initial 5 T's that you can play with if you remembered. And if you remember any of these, let me say, you don't even have to remember them all. If you remember one of them, 2 of them, they will work with the rest. The other one is the throat, which is just this area, which is, as I said, very connected to the tongue. Releasing that is actually really good as well. The throat, and I've forgotten the 7th one, and there was one. So you see, it's okay, we can forget it. That's not a problem. Oh, I remember Matt said it. This was one of Matt's, the third eye, which is around the forehead region. But 5 T's, let's go with the first initial ones: top of the head, tongue, tummy, tail, and toes. So play with it every now and again during the day. Become conscious of those regions and see if it changes anything within your being. I hope it does. I do it regularly. It's wonderful, it's yummy, and I hope that it helps you too. Have a good day, good night, wherever you are, and see you soon.